So, good afternoon everyone. We're actually here at the premises of the embassy, the Cameroonian embassy here in Berlin, and I have here with me His Excellency Jean-Marc Mpay, the ambassador of Cameroon to Germany. And in view of the preparations for next week, Saturday, His Excellency will tell you more about it during the interview. We just stopped by today to have a short encounter with His Excellency and ask him some questions. But His Excellency, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
To start with, actually, we've seen most of your interviews and they're usually in French, so I want to ask your permission to maybe carry out this interview in English.
I will try.
But we all know you speak such good English. So, His Excellency, the first thing which has always marked me ever since you came to Germany is how positively people speak about you out there in the diaspora. Everywhere you go, like people like me who had never even been to the embassy feel more comfortable coming out here now. My first question goes to you because one of our friends, actually, Mr. Ginger, what he said is, you brought a lot of fresh air here. And he said in German, weiter so, keep up. Weiter so means keep up. So what do you think actually earned you this great reputation in Germany?
Well, thank you for asking me that question. Well, I'm so close to people. You know, here in Germany, all Cameroon in Germany, I see them as my children. I like them. Being so close to people, liking them, even loving them, is very important for a human being. That's why I think Cameroon feels so happy when I'm with them, because I'm like their daddy.
Okay.
And for most of them, I'm even older than their
own father. But then with all this, I believe for the events you've gone to, something must have marked you since you got here, about 5 years, 6 years now, since 2009, I presume. Has any event been most memorable for you these past years?
Yes, there are so many. There are so many events which have marked me. But as far as I'm concerned, all events where I've been and where I'm Cameroonian, my children from the diaspora, all events in which I have been with them, I'm always happy. So all of them have marked me, all these events.
There are rumors actually with people worried in the diaspora, His Excellency, to be honest with you. The worry is, we don't know how long an ambassadorial appointment is and we want you here longer. So how much longer can we have you?
Well, the decision doesn't depend on me. It depends on the head of state of Cameroon, Excellency Mira, who appointed me in Germany. As long as he wants me to stay in Germany, I will stay here.
I hope this message gets to the head of state because the diaspora does want to hear from the feedback we've been getting from them. Actually, the feedback from them also includes Cameroon. It's not only here in the diaspora. I was talking to, maybe you know, Dr. Didier Jumesi of the scene, and he mentioned the documentaries on CRTV, Canal 2, that they in Cameroon know that the most dynamic diaspora in the world is Germany. Now, how do you feel about this?
Well, that makes me deep proud. You know, having the best diaspora, the most dynamic diaspora in the world. That means all of us, the diaspora, and me has the daddy. That means we are doing a good job. You know, when you have children who are succeeding in school, they have good jobs, they love their country, that makes you proud. So I'm a proud man, I'm a proud ambassador.
Okay.
Having such a diaspora.
True. Now, the head of state just left Boya not long ago, celebrating 50 years of reunification of the Republic of Cameroon. We hope, or the diaspora hopes, there's something planned for us here.
Yes. The government of Cameroon, our government, have fought a battles. So we will celebrate here at the embassy on Saturday the 22nd of this month, 22nd of March.
That's next Saturday.
All Cameroon in Germany has been invited.
All of them?
All
so
of
we
them.
don't need invitations?
No invitation.
Okay.
We have sent emails and so on, make telephone calls, talk to people, all Cameroon. This party is open to all Cameroon in Germany. We are 20,000. And we haven't invited those Cameroon who are outside of Germany in countries which have been covered by our embassy, like Austria, Poland, and so on.
It's going to be
all of them to come. So if all of them come, it will be 30,000. If not,
we'll just use the whole road.
The whole road and everything.
But I think there are more African embassies here on the street
Yeah,
down
we
the
have
street?
our neighbor is the embassy of Tanzania,
Okay.
and then the embassy of the Democratic Republic
We'll
of
meet
Congo.
them on Saturday then.
They will be here too.
Now, there's something about education which His Excellency Yoringal said last year, May, about the Africans in Germany being so, highly placed, they've studied so highly. And particularly in Germany, what we feel is the Cameroonians. The Cameroonians are mentioned everywhere. We're like the most educated set of people here in the diaspora. Now, what do you think about all this? Is there any other way we can put up strategies to get people to know about us and that we're engineers, medical doctors, all out here in Germany? What strategies are there in place for Germans to know this?
Well, these strategies should be put in place by the diaspora itself. As an embassy, we can help, but the strategy should be put up by the diaspora itself. And what could you do to let people know what we are doing in Germany? So, well, if we had a TV or a newspaper, anyone belonging to us, we could put all this on most media. But from time we don't have this such media. So what we can do is just develop events like Challenge Cameroon, then invite Germans to join us to see what we do together as Cameroonian, and then people will know what we are aiming for and what we are doing.
This actually makes me think of the African Heritage magazine. It's a group which is actually made by the NIDO, the Nigerian group. This is some information we could pass through them to put up, because they are setting up radio and TV as well to put up such information. Because if the person already knows that the diaspora is so highly educated, then I believe we have a better chance to send the message across.
Yeah, in this country, the head of state of Germany itself knows that the Cameroonian diaspora is the most intellectual one, you understand? So that we are well educated, you people are well educated, you guys. So he knows. And that, in 2014, we have almost 8,000 students in Germany, in different universities. But we also have children who are in different high schools. So, so we have more than 10,000 Cameroonians going to school in Germany.
Right.
That's a big number. Yeah.
True.
Want to make us proud.
You slightly mentioned the Challenge Cameroon, like that's a structure we can use to pass on the message. These intellectuals are here and we have potential. You just received actually the organizing committee from Dortmund presenting you the project of the Challenge Cameroon 2014, which will take place from the 6th to the 9th of June in Dortmund. What marked you particularly? Did anything mark you during this presentation of the delegation from Dortmund?
Yes, first of all, I was very happy to receive the organizing committee, and the same day I received the president of Challenge, Mrs. Simo.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed of what they told me. So, Challenge 2014 has a logo, Open to the World. That's a very good thing, because I think that in 2014, we should do things not only for ourselves. What we are doing, we should let other people know what we are doing. For that, we should open to the world, to other African countries, to European countries, to Asian countries, to American countries. So, Challenge 2014, I think, will be the first step towards that goal.
Okay.
Opening
To the world.
the diaspora, the Cameroon diaspora in our country, to the rest of the world.
What strikes me most is most of the activities so far have been, I'll call it adults, the parents, the Challenge Cameroon. We have kids, and when you go to the Challenge Cameroon, you have this part where you have the kids playing out there. Now there are teenagers from ages of about 13 to 19, of course, and I don't know if you've ever had a chance to talk to that kind of group, to hear from them. Are they more Germans or Cameroonians? Because I particularly am worried about the future of our children here.
Yeah, you're right.
Have you ever talked to them?
As an ambassador, I not take that initiative to call those children to come to me. I have to go through their parents. I feel like it's up to the parents who like their country, who like their children to know more about their country, to come to me and to make me such proposals, so that, but I'm ready. even today, to meet who's Cameroonian between the age of 12 and 19.
That was actually my next question. When you say the parents, I just thought, great idea. So if you're saying, His Excellency, if we organize a structure where you will come and talk to the youths, hear them, and talk to, answer their own questions, see where they're thinking from, would you be prepared to honor such an invitation?
I'm ready to attend such a meeting even today.
So
whenever you are ready, just let me know, I'll be there.
Thank you so much, thank you so much. That's something now I have to start working. I have to start thinking of the structure.
That,
yes.
We have to meet our children between age 12 and 19, they are very sensitive, and we should tell them things about our country. Some of them were born here. So what they know is what they saw in this country. So they don't know much about our country. So by meeting them, by giving them answers to their questions,
Right.
you understand? Okay. So maybe that can help them develop other ideas about our country, our continent.
I'm already thinking of a date. Maybe
But anytime.
July.
Why not? In July, I'm Sobans.
That's early August.
Yeah, that would be good.
So maybe July, then we do the kids 12 to 19, and then the suburbs. Of course, they'll be happy you remember
We
the
can maybe
appointment.
the same spot.
I'll talk to them about that.
Yeah, why not?
We'll work on that.
Yes.
I'll let them know. I'll let them know. Now, my question now goes to the 20th May, which last year had so much resonance. It was really great. The event took place here at the premises in the garden, and so many ambassadors, so many Cameroonians came here. The atmosphere was good. If we're planning something like that this year, I actually have a request. That's from a friend of mine who is a designer. She lives here in Berlin, and she's Cameroonian. Her name is Coco Diamond, and her request is, can she make a little fashion show of her design right here at the embassy at the event this year to crown her work, promote her work? That would be a permission now from you.
Yeah, why not? Any Cameroonian who do something good, who can promote the image of our country, is welcome. So that Cameroonian lady is welcome for her show here in the 20th of May, next 20th of May, in 2 months' time.
Right.
So she could do that maybe during 10 or 15 minutes of show. That would be good. Any other Cameroonian who has something to show to other people, even to their fellow Cameroonian, they are welcome.
Thank you. I'll probably send the message out now for any other talents to contact us for the event, because last year we introduced also South Africa and some dance and some salsa, and it was really a highlight of the event. His Excellency, close to rounding up the interview, but I think maybe it'll be a little bit fair because I had the chance and the honor this year to interview Dr. Karamba Diaby of the SPD here in Germany. Interviewed was a Lind Dressman, and what I do is I try to be fair by asking if you have a question for me before I wrap up the interview.
Well, you are very, very active, so I don't know how you manage to reconcile all that. Your job, your position as being a madam, being a mother,
Sure.
and the moderation, how do you reconcile that? How do you do